you say your name?
Barış.
Barış?
Yes.
Okay, so now we have Barış who's talking about the impact of generative artificial intelligence technologies on the creativity of design students.
Hello everyone, and thank you very much for participating in my speech. So we're talking about generative AI for today, and of course it's creating significant changes in design education, offering new possibilities for creative expression while raising important questions about the nature of creativity itself. So my research will be about the impact of generative artificial intelligence technologies on creativity of the design students. So the presentation will guide through 6 key areas. First, we will establish the research problem and its significance, then explore the theoretical framework grounding our study, examine our methodology and findings across the 4 dimensions of creativity, discuss the implications for design education, and finally, the strategic recommendations for navigating this transformation phase. So the generative AI technologies are creating the most significant paradigm shift in creative pedagogy as AI systems become increasingly capable of producing creative output, fundamentally transforming how design students approach their creative processes. This transformation presents both curriculum integration challenges and a fundamental tension between technological determinism and creative autonomy, leading educators and also students toward a hybrid creativity model that balances human creativity with AI capabilities. The implications of this shift will ultimately reshape our future of design education and practice, requiring new frameworks for understanding creativity, authorship, and the role of technology in the design process. The research employs a dual theoretical framework grounding the study of generative AI's impact on design students' creativity. The cognitive flexibility theory, drawing from Mednick's far association theory and Guilford's structural intelligence model, serves as the foundation for understanding how AI tools can enhance students' ability to establish connections between distant ideas and engage in divergent thinking across the 4 creative dimensions of originality, fluency, flexibility, and elaboration. Complementing this cognitive approach, the sociocultural creativity theory, based on Vygotsky's sociocultural theory and Csikszentmihalyi's systems model, contextualize creativity as a phenomenon shaped by social interaction, cultural tools, and collaborative learning environments. This framework recognizes that while AI can provide cognitive flexibility by enabling rapid exploration of multiple styles and approaches, creativity ultimately emerges through the interaction between individual cognitive processes, cultural context, and social validation within the design field, suggesting that AI's role should be understood not merely as a cognitive enhancer, but as a cultural tool that mediates creative expression within a broader social-cultural system. The 4 dimensions of creativity established by Guilford and Torrance provide a framework for measuring creative thinking. Originality refers to the novelty and uniqueness of ideas, representing statistically rare approaches that can lead to paradigm shifts. Fluency measures the quantity of ideas generated within a time frame, reflecting one's capacity to rapidly produce multiple relevant options. Flexibility encompasses the variety and categorical diversity of ideas, indicating the ability to break from established patterns and approach problems from various angles. Elaboration involves the depth and complexity with which basic ideas are developed, adding detailed features and refinements that enhance their practical value beyond mere novelty. The research employed an integrated mixed methods design combining quantitative and qualitative approaches to examine the effects of generative AI on design students' creativity. This study involved 86 design students from Turkish universities who had experience with generative AI tools, selected through criteria sampling. Data collection utilized an online questionnaire structured around Turing's 4 creativity dimensions, featuring the demographic questions, 5-point Likert type statements, measuring perceptions of AI's impact on originality, fluency, flexibility, and elaboration, and open-ended questions exploring students' in-depth experiences. Quantitative data were analyzed using the descriptive statistics SPSS, while qualitative responses underwent content and thematic analysis, with both datasets integrated during interpretation to provide comprehensive insights into how generative AI influences creative processes in design education. The fluency dimension results show overwhelmingly positive perceptions of generative AI's impact on idea generation, with highest averages range of 4.25. Participants strongly agreed that AI tools enable them to generate numerous ideas, create quick alternatives, and conduct more design experiments in less time. The low standard deviations indicate strong consensus with minimal negative responses. These findings suggest that fluency represents the most universally recognized benefit of generative AI in design education, effectively transforming ideation from a time-consuming process into an abundant resource for creative exploration. The flexibility dimension results show strong positive perceptions of AI's impact on creative adaptability. With an average rate of 4.05, participants agreed that the AI enables easy style transformations, multiple problem perspectives, and more design trials in less time. High agreement rates and low standard deviations indicate strong consensus that AI substantially enhances cognitive flexibility, enabling repeat experimentation and encouraging designers to step outside the usual thought patterns. The elaboration dimension revealed a cautiously optimistic view of generative AI's role in developing and refining creative ideas. Students demonstrated strongest confidence in AI's ability to help visualize complex details and make abstract concepts more concrete, suggesting that they will view these tools as particularly valuable for translating mental imagery into tangible forms. There was also a positive sentiment regarding AI's capacity to help present concepts more comprehensively and inspire deeper thinking about the initial ideas. However, a considerable portion of the respondents remained undecided about these impacts, indicating that while many students recognize AI's potential for elaboration, the actual experience of using these tools for detailed development may vary significantly depending on the context, user's approach, and individual creative processes. The originality dimension reveals the most complex and ambivalent perceptions among design students regarding generative AI's creative contributions. While students acknowledge that AI's capacity to encourage outside-the-box thinking and provide unexpected solutions, they remained uncertain about whether AI truly generates genuinely original ideas. A significant portion expressed neutral views, suggesting ongoing debates about the nature of machine-generated creativity versus human originality. Students appear to distinguish between AI's ability to inspire new thinking patterns and its capacity for autonomous creative generation, with many believing that ultimate originality still requires human interpretation and contextual application of AI outputs. The generative AI represents significant opportunities for design education, including rapid idea generation, enhanced experimentation capabilities, and democratized access to diverse creative approaches that can accelerate learning and expand creative horizons. However, substantial challenges emerge around potential over-dependence on AI tools, which may weaken students' fundamental creative muscles and original thinking abilities. Additional concerns include copyright ambiguities, the risk of homogenized creative outputs, and the need for comprehensive AI literacy among educators and students to navigate ethical implications and maintain authentic creative agency. The integration of generative AI necessitates fundamental curriculum transformation that extends beyond technical tool training to encompass comprehensive AI literacy and ethical awareness. Design education must shift from emphasizing technical execution toward developing creative creation skills, where students learn to critically evaluate and synthesize AI-generated outputs within human-AI collaboration frameworks. This transformation requires new pedagogical approaches that address copyright complexities, algorithmic bias recognition, and authenticity concerns while leveraging AI's potential for personalized and adaptive learning experiences. Strategic implementation requires comprehensive curriculum integration that embeds the GenAI tools alongside AI literacy and ethical frameworks within design education. Specialized training programs must be developed to equip both educators and professionals with the competencies needed for effective human-AI collaboration. Interdisciplinary partnerships between design and AI fields should be fostered to advance understanding and best practices. Continuous longitudinal research essential to monitor AI's evolving impact on creative processes and inform evidence-based educational adaptations. Generative AI is fundamentally transforming design education by significantly enhancing fluency, flexibility, and elaboration capabilities while creating a paradigm shift from traditional skill acquisition to AI partnership models. Although generative remains a complex challenge requiring thoughtful human-AI collaboration, the emergence of hybrid creative models represent the future of design, where AI literacy becomes essential for effective creative collaboration and continuous adaptation to evolving technologies becomes a core competency for designers. And here are my references for the research, and that's the end of my presentation. Thank you very much for listening.
I was keeping to time, I forgot to give you the 2 minute warning. Very good.
Thank you.
Okay, who's up next? I haven't got the next people lined up.